YouTube? Maverick here. What you're looking at is an Elven castle that is planned for a larger hide-and-seek map down the road. But I'm going to show you the entire map and some of its secrets at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to start off with an overall tour of the outside here. Which, as you can see, this map is what I would consider large. For a hide-and-seek map, I would say I recommend playing it with 6 to 8 players, probably starting with 2 seekers. You're gonna have to bear with me on the outside here. I know it's very, very bare bones. Slowly working on that, but the map link for just basically this one set map should be in the YouTube description, and if it's not, it'll be there very shortly if you're seeing this before I get it in there. This build has taken me roughly about a month and a half. I know you might be thinking, wow, this build is really small for that amount of time, but I'm a fool who barely used any world edit. The only thing I did was flatten the ground because I cannot get actual world edit to work. If anyone would like to help me with that, I'd much appreciate it. You can DM me if you'd like to help me with that. Anyway, I'm going to turn on my F1 just because it's a lot easier to navigate with that turned on, but I will also probably be releasing a video where it is just cinematic F1 on all the time. Let's start with the outside. I'm going to only do one side because both sides are virtually the same with very small differences. As you can see, this is a very nice little open area down here. Hiding spots in terms of hiding spots, don't worry about what you just heard here. In terms of hiding spots, nothing too great. This is meant to be more like, oh, you got found, now you're running around doing shenanigans and whatnot. I'll actually show this from above because I think it's prettier. Over that, we shall head back into the house. Of which we are going to go through the bottom here. I'll go through the main room later, but since we're going to show you guys the backyard, I figured that would be easier. Backyard has a lot more places to hide. There's a lot of grass and things like that. There is tons of stuff all around here. Large ceilings, whatnot. Fountain. And now we're going to head into the downstairs areas. This side I will show just one of these because they're all functionally the same, but I will show both sides of this because they are different. If we get on here, the first thing we can do on this left side is go into the kitchen, which once again, not too many places to hide in here. This is more like a zone to get around. On the upper side, we have just a tiny little nook, but this does lead down into one central zone. I'm gonna rush through here. I apologize if it's giving some people whiplash, but it just leads into the castle's vault, which obviously is very spacious and holds tons of treasure. On the other side of the tunnel, you have this little entryway to a dungeon. So it simply has this little hiding place back here. And on either side, a small little cell. With a larger cell being on this side. There's nothing much going on here. But we'll then move back up to the rest of the build. Keep a little bit of the mystery. I didn't show myself going back through the tunnels, and hopefully that'll make it so that it's a little bit more confusing if you ever try to play your map this yourself. But going through the main entrance, we have our huge common room, which is mostly lit up by glass panels. On this right side, we just have a storage room, so there's not much going on here. And on the left side, we have a traveling human who's actually visiting the kingdom, and that is why it looks so weird. All the decorations are very different in here because of that. And he's got a little book nook and whatnot. But Other than that, there's not much going on to these upper floors, but if we go around to the side and head up these stairs, either side will work for this particular one. You can go through these middle staircase here and be rewarded with the common room of the upstairs bedrooms. I will show you this side first, which this side is the prince and princess's room. They're all laid out pretty good that way. And if we move to the other side, excuse my horrible walking skills, we have the kingdom's bathroom, fit with working toilets. Well, somewhat working toilets. Alright, I've actually reoriented myself because I remembered that I forgot to show you a huge outdoor space in the bottom area. Both sides are like these. This is just a lovely little garden area, meant to be obviously a deflective transition point for running, with escapes on both sides. But there are some potential hiding places here, and I'm not going to show you them because I would think it's better to find those on your own. If demand gets out there, I might show a few hiding places. Hiding places are not secrets, by the way. Just want to make that clear. I'm sure it's obvious, but anyway, if you go on this side specifically, so if you're looking at the building, the east side or the right side from the entrance should be the pathway up into the announcements hall. And so this is a large open space that is pretty much just there for a hangout spot. There's not much else to do here. Obviously, we have the public's entrance to the announcement hall, and a normally guarded entrance into the royal hallway, which does lead exclusively to the king and queen's room, which is lovely decorated, and what a grandiose bed they have. Fully functioning closets and everything. Now, if we're moving outward, we can come all the way around. So normally you would need to take the pathways, obviously, but for the sake of making this speedy and not wasting your time, I'm just going to fly. Each side has this. You can go up a tower, which obviously has floors that you could stop at, hide in, and whatnot. But as you get to the top here, you are rewarded with a long hallway to walk through, which either side has differing colors, doesn't really change anything. But you are then brought to the center structure. If we come down here, we have a room that has storage, as well as both sides have a lovely little garden area with various different places to hide, giant tree, and overall just a pleasant aesthetic, I think. But we can then take this down again to equal into storage rooms. So on this side there's a storage room, and then on this side there's just a nice little, like, I guess, eating room, a little dining room. It's not, I kind of didn't know what I was going to do with this space, so I apologize if it looks a little bland. Updates might come out to change some of these spaces in the future, so keep your eye open for that. If I come up with a more interesting idea, obviously that will take precedent over anything else. But as we head up, we can head all the way up, and we are greeted with the observatory room, or a kind of observatory room. Obviously it's not very good at its function, but there is a sort of telescope up here, and of course we're mapping the stars. Not much else up here. Obviously probably not the place you want to hide, if you're gonna hide, unless you are fresh to the map, because it's very confusing and they probably won't find you there for a while. But we're gonna head back down the other side now. Just wanted to really quick add in here and just show you this tree. This very non-conspicuous, nothing's hiding inside a tree. which I think is one of my favorite parts of the build. I had a very fun time making this wisteria tree. I'm not sure if it looks like a wisteria tree totally, but it was enjoyable, and I like making the little basket for it, so I apologize for taking a break for something silly, but I liked it. With that though, there's a spoiler warning ahead. If you ever plan on playing the map, I recommend you do not watch this part of the video, but you're totally welcome to. I am now going to take you through and show you all of the secrets, which there are roughly five large ones. There's plenty of small little places. As we're going through, I might open up a few of those small hiding places, but other than that, I'm going to keep it mainly to the big five. The first one is the smallest of the secrets, and I'm probably going to fail miserably at getting into it, but you actually, if you swim through this and don't do what I just did, but instead actually swim, oh my goodness, you will find yourself in this little perfect spot to hide. Remember that thing I told you not to worry about, that clearly piston sound? Well, here's what it is. So if you are on the, let me think real quick, sorry. If you are on the right side or the east side of the map, you can actually press this specific pressure pad, and if you're quick enough, get down into this little hole right here, which I did not do it quick enough because I'm silly and bad at the game. You can try it again. Make sure to crouch this time, and you are brought to a secret little escape tunnel. And where this will take you is right out here to the garden, which hopefully buys you enough time to run out. Making our way back into the prison, we can go through the large prison, and we can see a very suspicious looking painting on the wall, which if we head behind it, suddenly there's a tunnel. Who would have guessed? And underneath some very, very low-hanging rocks, we can travel to find this little mini cave. And of course, like all exit places, or I should say all secrets wise, this also has an escape tunnel, which you can take very slowly back to the beginning of the build and not open up your creative inventory. Oh boy. Coming back to one of the main hallways, obviously the entrance being there, we actually, you'll notice there are buttons in the wall, and if you press this bottom one here, you can go through a hole in the wall and arrive at a room that was probably seen in one of my short clips recently, a small hidden enchanting room, which obviously this one's pretty funny if your friends don't know it. It's there because there's buttons all over the build, and it's a little bit confusing as to which one to press if you don't know which one to do so. There's also a little hidey hole back here in case you really want to be devious to your friends. Sorry, I had to remove that carpet. It was blocking the entryway. Moving all the way to the Prince and Princess's room, all looks to be alright up here until you notice that there are two trapdoors here, of which you can open, and as you crawl down them, you'll notice that there is a secret cavern where it seems to be that the Prince and Princess have been drawing portraits and laying down. And as we walk into our other door here, which unfortunately it will mean you uncrouch and have to redo so, I don't know what Fred's been up to, but he's not looking so well back here. I think Fred might need a hug, so you can come and join him when you're back here on the map. And trick your friends by making walking noises underneath them. An important thing to note, if you are not playing with F1 on while playing hide and seek, which I totally recommend you do, if you are underneath one of these panels and you are not holding the crouch button yourself, your name is still visible. So an important thing to know is that you need to be holding crouch even if you are pre-crouched. And with that, I thank you for watching the video. Remember, if you did like the video, to like and subscribe. And I hope that once the map download is out, if you guys are wanting to tag me in clips of you playing on the map if you like it. Or, you know what, even if you have critiques of it, let me know. I don't want to make maps that no one likes, obviously, because that would suck, and it's not the point of doing this. So if you find a critique that you think would make the map better, you can either leave a comment on this video right here, or I will make sure that my business email is linked on my YouTube page, and you can DM me through that. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good rest of your day, evening, or night.